Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my girl Tamika. She pulled a epic event out last night. When I tell you, I have spoken at several in Ohio, several different vision board events over my years. And when I tell you the sisterhood in that room last night, I have never seen before. At none of the other events that were about vision boards and about really truly knowing who you are, that was an epic night. I am Dr. Cortisha Cowan, the visionary of 100 Boss Builders, the founder and CEO of Mothers Helping Mothers, and I'm also known as the business birthing coach or the birthing doula. I help women birth their businesses out of a vision that they just have inside their heads, and I'm help them maximize it. And so last night I had the honor to speaking about the importance of a vision board and what it truly should mean to you to do one. Not just to be cute, not just to show up at another event and say, hey, I want to hang out and network and socialize with other women, but to truly understand that when you start that vision board, that you do that vision board knowing that you want what comes on that vision board to come to pass. And that's exactly what we saw in the room last night. We saw women taking their time after the speakers came up. Every last one of the speakers, may I add, were on fire. I know everybody in that room got something from each speaker because even after I spoke, I got something from each speaker. I got legacy breaking through real estate. I got knowing who your tribe is through the judge. I got knowing who how to do crowdfunding the opposite way of just GoFunding. Yes, GoFunding is great for all of us for what we need. But when you get into the level of crowdfunding, we learn more about that. We learn how to manifest your vision, by being even a little child and seeing what she wanted as a vision and captivating that vision as a kid and watching it come to pass and being able to dance on Soul Train. I got something from every single speaker last night, and I know the ladies did. So I wanted to talk a little bit about why 100 Boss Builders decided to lock arms and start our tribe, as the judge said last night, with FOSS, Friends of the South Side, my girl, Miss Tamika. Why I decided to lock arms with her was because, one, I have been in the back rooms watching her for the last year. We've been talking and communicating. We've met in person once at a building I had with other boss women in Madonna. And so I knew that God was going to connect us, but it was going to be in his timing. Even though we both saw us working together, when I tell you, it's such a time as this that we're coming together. It's such a time as this that we decided, you know what, let's take what you do and what I do and maximize it into some powerful, powerful visions. On the bottom of the screen, you see the Glamping Girls Trip. Get connected. Yes, it's an outside adventure, but aren't you tired of being in the room with the same people, doing the same thing, having the same results? Are you tired of getting around the campfires with other women or have never done it before and didn't walk away with a true breakthrough? Going on wine trips or whatever it is that you've done in your past and you walk away from those events like, you know what? It was fun. I connected with some dope women, but what did I walk away from for me? That's our goal for these events. And we're kicking it off with the glamping event because it's something we've all been trying to do. We want to know what outdoors adventures look like, but still feel like I'm on the inside of somewhere. Of course, Tamika and I was like, no, we don't like the cold. So we took that into consideration on the month that we chose. We've been watching the weather. We took into the consideration that this might be the first time for some of us camping outdoors, but it truly is not just camping outdoors. It's still an amazing tent with wooden floors and beds and, heaters, and they gave us a kitchenette so you have a refrigerator and you have the coffee pot. So it's still something that makes you feel like you're indoors, but it's just getting you in a more intimate, comfortable space with women that truly want breakthrough this year in their business, their finances, their life, their health. It's truly a moment of saying, I want this for me. I want this for me. This is a time for you to want something for you. But most of the times, ladies, when we go to these events, we can't truly be ourselves. We can't truly be vulnerable. We can't truly say, you know what, for the last 5 years, I went some months where I thought my lights weren't even going to be cut on because I was dealing with the business. This just like you're being able to say, you know what, I went some months where, especially during COVID, I went some months, ladies, where, you know, just be real. I went some months where things just I didn't know where the next was going to come from, but I pushed in perseverance. And I love the fact that I'm able to get into this group and say that. That's what this is about. This is about, you know what, I've had this business that I want to birth, but I don't really know where to start. And you get to have me at the fireside chat to help you figure that out. And I'm not just being boastful, like you're truly going to learn some things at that fireside chat. We're going to learn from one another. I know some things that I can learn, even though I'm a business coach and I know that I know my stuff. I always something from somebody else. I built 100 Boss Builders and I've been working on it and planning it out for the last few years. I put it out prematurely in 2021 and that thing just came to a standstill, and it was for such a time as this. Friends of the South Side, she's been working behind the scenes, getting this thing just right. She's been getting it just right for such a time as this. Yes, it's a room for women on the South Side, but it's also growing. It's also becoming more for just friends everywhere. Like the judge said last night, I see friends on the South Side in other countries and in other parts of the world and other states that is on the South Side. She can continue to say, friends of the South Side. It's a South Side everywhere. It's a South Side Chicago. It's a South Side Ohio. It's a South Side Michigan. There's a South Side of everywhere. So as friends of the South Side move, the 100 Boss Builders move, it's so that we can help women come together in different atmospheres and support one another. Like I said last night, I was able to capture a picture, y'all, of a lady, of a boss giving her spiel of her really truly digging into her vision board and got on that stage and said, this is why I do this and this. This is why I added this and this to my board. And getting back to her seat and seeing the other women at the table crying and wiping their own tears, and another lady getting up from another side of the room and coming to hug that sister and, you know, just giving her the love she needed after speaking so powerfully about her vision board. Because we all talked about the vision board being for real this year, not just putting anything on that board, y'all. And understanding that what you put on that board should come from your heart and from seeking God and saying, Lord, this is what I want. I want to go from a Honda to an SUV so I can move around with all my kids. I want to go from, you know, having mornings of depression to having mornings of joy. I want to go from, you know, having a bank account to zero to having a bank account of even 1,000 for the week. I want to go from, you know, from my sisterhood being people that talk about me as soon as I get up from the table, like the judge said, to making sure that my sisters will stop someone from speaking against me when I'm not at the table. That's the type of vision board you should be putting together this year. And it doesn't even stop at that vision board. These events that Tamika and I are putting together, yes, she has some that she's still doing for Friends of the South Side by herself, and I'm going to do my best to support those visions and those events as much as I can. But I'm also knowing that the ones that we are putting together, they are going to be just as epic, because God has told me, the ladies that are in the room, that I'm going to be freely to share what it is that I know how to do without envy, jealousy, or strife, or the person looking at me like who she thinks she is, why she thinks she can. No, that's not what this is about. This is about, I want for my sister what I want for myself. As my sister Crystal says in Cincinnati, Ohio, I always give credit to her when I say that, because that's the movement that I felt years ago when I met her. And she got t-shirts. I got a shirt upstairs this year. I know I'm gonna be able to wear it again, because when I bought it from her, it was a little, you know, I was a little smaller. You know, I don't know what happened. We're gonna blame COVID, but I will be able to wear that shirt again this year. I want for my sister what I want for myself. I breathe that thing that Crystal put out there in Cincinnati, Ohio. She has a bad boutique. I always talk about sisters that I meet and that I really lock arms with and become my sisters for real. And those that know me know I don't play when I say you're my sister. When I'm on your Facebook post or your Instagram post or even in a message, if I text you and be like, sis, if I use that word in front of your name, or if I use that word in front of a sentence that I'm sending to you, know that I'm for real, your sis. Whether I'm speaking that thing into existence until it happened on both sides. When I was saying it last night in that room, I meant it. And that event was epic last night. The glamping retreat will be epic. We have some amazing things locked into those 2 days. Starting with Friday, our beautiful brunch that we're going to have to as the meet and greet. It's going to be a picnic. And we just want to take it old school. When the last time you got your girls together and you filled up a basket and had a true picnic? We ain't got too bougie to sit on the grass. We used to love getting picnics and grabbing your food and going sitting in the park with your friends. I know I did. I know I used to get my big old pickle and my hot chips, and we would make it to the folk park in Lima, Ohio, like, who all coming? And then walk over to the swimming pool. Why can't we do that as adults? Tell me you're not missing that type of atmosphere. We won't be on the floor. We got a picnic table for y'all. We got a little tent. It's gonna have a table in it. But I'm just saying, come enjoy yourself. Lock it in. $75. You have 2 months to get things in order. It's at the end of April. The last weekend in April. Let's do it, ladies. Get in the room. It's gonna be breakthrough. It's gonna be powerful, and I promise you, you won't regret any event that you do with us. And I'm saying us because I'm locking arms with Friends of the Southside. I'm locking arms with my girl Tamika. And we're gonna put some amazing events out this year. And the ones that she chooses to do by herself, I'm supporting her. I will be there with her as much as I can. Because as a business coach and as a speaker and an author and a business owner for a nonprofit that helps homeless teenage moms, my days can be filled up, but I'm trying my best to use my weekends to support her because I know most of her stuff is through me. We have another amazing thing that I'm trying to put together with her for February. That's Heart Month. Y'all, we got to start taking care of ourselves. That's from the heart. I'm watching friends die of strokes. I'm watching friends have cardiac arrest. I'm watching friends just go through major things. Even myself having a full hysterectomy in the year of 2021. You know, not because I don't take time for myself to go to the doctors, because everybody know I live. I don't care if I get a common cold. I'm calling my doctor. What is this? It's been going on too long. But February is heart health, and I want to do something with her that we bring a speaker or somebody in, and we just talk about how to get better. You see me last night with my shirt on called Healed and Healthy. That's a movement inside of me that that I just put out there. I'm prophesying healed and healthy over myself. I'm prophesying healed and healthy over you. So get in the room with us, y'all. When I tell you, when we book these places and you see these amounts that cover just what it is we're trying to do. Majority of these events, we don't walk away with a fee. We don't walk away with a compensation. It's because we love supporting women and we want to just be in a room with y'all. Yes, we might get you later as a coach or, as a client or something for whatever we're doing. But most of the majority of the time, we don't take away a compensation. Last night, I know what I saw. The items that were on the table just for y'all to use cost. Get in these rooms, lady. Get in the rooms, ladies. This glamping trip is going to be epic, and we're working on an amazing event. The Luxury Boss Builders Retreat with Floss is going to be epic as well. You're talking about 3 days in a mansion with workshops and building things and girl talk and swimming pool party, and it's going to be amazing. Private chef, all of those things. Why? Because we want to pour into y'all this year. Not just getting together and having fun all the time, but getting together and letting you get a breakthrough. Some of the events that she's putting together, the train ride, the photo shoot, that photo shoot that's on February the 11th. February the 11th. I think that's what she got. February 11th. They talked about it last night. And it's just an intimate photo shoot for yourself in your beautiful lingerie or whatever it is that you decide you want to come and just pamper yourself. The Mother's Day event that she has at the Chateau Allange, that should just be in your ticket. She's getting nothing from that. You just paying your ticket to give yourself. I told her to call it a gift to self. That's what I put on you. It's a gift to self. A gift to self. You know, earrings, y'all. I be wearing them to show y'all that. You know, I got some cute African stuff. Nuts. I don't wear them everywhere. But gift to self. Get involved with what she's doing. She sat in her living room one day and said, I just want to be around other women. I want to support other women. I want to have fun with other women. Get to know what the real true meaning behind her creating the movement was. I know for me, I fell in love with it. I said, sis, that's really what 100 Boss Builders is. God has called me to 100 women this year. We get, you know, I got a subscription. You get in the room with me. I'm going to talk to you weekly. We have a dumping room where you go into it and you can be working from home on your own stuff, jazz music playing in the background, but you might stop what you're doing and say, hey, sis, y'all, I got a question. What y'all think I should add to my event that I'm doing next month? And you got a room full of bosses that's just in their free hour, and they get on there and they either type it or they say, girl, you need to add this or add a bag or do this or do that. That's what that room is about. Me and Tamika and my cousin Katrina that was at the popcorn table last night. We've been in them this week alone. Last week alone, we were in there probably 3 times. And we were in there for hours. I know me and Tamika was in there till almost 11 o'clock at night one time on one of those days when I opened up that room. It's just a room you come in online. And you still can be doing your work from home, or it can be your lunch break. But you got to get plugged into 100 Boss Builders to get in there. So the movements that we're putting out are not movements because we just want to play. They're movements on truly supporting one another. So I'm going to end with this. Want for your sister what you want for yourself, which means get in the room, y'all. Get in the rooms. Come to the events. Make a budget and say, you know how many coaches, you know why most coaches and most speakers and authors and business people are so successful? It's because we invest in ourselves, whether that's workshops, coaching platforms, going to events, networking, getting those jewels and those gems every place I go, free or paid. I know my Eventbrite got 41, I think it said 47 yesterday, of different tickets that I've bought. Some events I made and some events I didn't. They were just to support the woman that was flying. You got to be willing to do that too. Say, you know what, I can't make this glamping trip, but I want to put the deposit down. And then when God showed me the girl in the group that really truly wants to go, that can't afford to go or just doesn't have it to go, I want to bless her and watch it come back to you 100. So even if you can't make it and you're in a position or an opportunity to bless somebody else, put the deposit down and wait on God to show you who the girl is, who the woman is, and let her enjoy the trip. They must be over 21 because we're doing a wine tour for the glamping. But bless somebody. My nonprofit organization helps homeless teenage mothers all over the world. Some of y'all got to talk to them last night. We help girls in Cape Town, South Africa, Nigeria, Pakistan, UK, Mexico, Columbus, Ohio, Georgia, Las Vegas, Nevada. We just helped a girl in Kentucky. It doesn't matter. Get connected. Get in the room, ladies. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you all. Follow her, Friends of the South Side. You can follow me on 100 Boss Builders. I have a group on Facebook, and then once you're in that group, you're going to be connected into the 100 Boss Builders Tribe, which is a subscription of $22 a month. Get connected. I'm not playing about this thing this year. I'm getting coats made that you'll be able to purchase. I'm getting necklaces made that say 100 Boss Builders on it. We're going on trips. Most of my trips, I've decided to lock arms with Foss, and we're going to do them together. Why? Because we want for our sisters what we want for ourselves. Have a blessed day.